Week 1 in Los Angeles for both basketball teams. If you were a fan, I'll start with the Clippers. After week 1, do you feel better, worse, exactly like you expected to be about this team?
For the Clippers, exactly what I thought. Again, no Paul George, and they're still 3-1. Kawhi Leonard is playing at an MVP clip. I knew their defense would be good, and they've shown that. But what's been impressive and what we saw from the Clippers last season was that unbelievable bench led by the sixth man of the year, the three-time sixth man of the year, Lou Williams, and his running mate Montrezl Harrell. But now that they've added like Mo Harkless, to the bunch, JaMychal Green, they're long, they're athletic, and they really get after you defensively. So it's not a big drop-off from the starters to the bench. And for the Lakers, with all these teams that have added new pieces, like Houston adding Russell Westbrook, to add Anthony Davis to play alongside LeBron James and a lot of these new players, I think it's going to take some time. I think Frank Vogel has done a great job of playing Anthony Davis a little bit more at that center position. I know he's not high on that, but when they play small with LeBron at 4 and AD at 5, they are a beast in the open court. So when they go small and they have Caruso at that smaller lineup, more three-point shooting, and they're more athletic.
Reg, going back to the Clippers for a second, Patrick Beverley is a guard, but he's really more of a defensive pest, a defensive stopper, and he's becoming kind of the Clippers version of Draymond Green, maybe the version of Ron Artest when he was at his best, where part of his job is to frustrate the other team and the star player. How important is a role like that to a championship team?
He's one of those guys. I put him in the same breath like Bill Laimbeer or Dennis Rodman. You hated to play against those guys, but you wish they were on your team. And he's an agitator, and he doesn't back down, and he knows his job is, number one, to play defense, pick up full, disrupt the offense, and make an occasional wide-open three, which he's been getting a lot of. So.
But could you imagine, Reg, if you were in your heyday, he would be on you, specifically, on and off the ball?
Well, I'll put it like this. He's too little to guard me. I would have put him right down there in the post and just shot over him. But I get where – you saw last year him guarding Kevin Durant. He started this year guarding LeBron James. So size doesn't obviously matter with Pat Bev, but I love his heart. And his team, they feed off of that. The key for Patrick Beverley, he's going to have to stay healthy because he plays with a reckless abandon. He sacrifices his body. So you hope he can stay healthy throughout the duration of the regular season.
Reggie, we had a poll question last week that caused a lot of problems, and I don't think you got a chance to weigh in. We asked who's a better player right now, Kawhi Leonard or LeBron, and that was out there last week. Dan said LeBron. Can you see Dan's case?
Right now, as we speak?
Right now, this year, not 3 years.
I have to disagree with that. Right now, I would say Kawhi Leonard is the better player. This is LeBron's 17th season. He's 34 years old. Still great, still a top 5 player. But he doesn't bring the same defensive identity that Kawhi. He's not as disruptive defensively as Kawhi has been the last couple of years and even at the start of this season. Don't get me wrong, he can rise to that level, but right now the best two-way player and the best player between those two, in my opinion, is Kawhi Leonard.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV, stream for free on BR Live, or download the Dan Patrick Show app.